Hi everybody, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how you can fill out a Schedule C so you can apply for the PPP. My name is Duke, by the way. I am an advanced QuickBooks Pro advisor and I'm also an enrolled agent. I own a tax firm where I specialize in tax planning. But for the purposes of this video, you're gonna learn how to fill out this Schedule C so you can apply for the PPP. So let's jump right into it if you guys don't mind. So let's just go over a quick recap about what this is. So what you're gonna need is a profit and loss statement. And pretty much what a profit and loss statement is, it is a document that shows all your sales and your expenses in a custom period. So when I say a custom period, pretty much I'm just talking about, hey, what if you want to run a profit and loss for just January? So you want to see like, what did I do in January? So you would run a profit and loss for January. Or let's say you want to run a profit and loss from, January to March. Well, you can run a profit and loss for January and March. That's called quarter one. So you guys, if you hear someone say quarter one, it's the first 3 months. Okay, but for the purpose of this video, you're gonna need a profit and loss from January to December, so the entire year, because that's what we're focusing on. And if you don't know what a profit and loss is, you don't know how to get one, I can show you really quickly if you use something like QuickBooks. If you use something like QuickBooks, you're gonna go over here where it says reports. You're gonna click on reports, and then right here where it says profit and loss, click on that. And then you see, this is the period I'm talking about right here. You see this period? You would just go over here and click last year or whatever year you're doing. So if you're doing 2019, you run it for 2019. If you're doing 2020, you run it for 2020. And we hit run report and we can see Zeri's profit and loss for 2020. Okay guys, so one thing, when you're running this profit and loss statement, especially on QuickBooks, most of you guys are going to be in a cash basis. So when you see accounting method right here, make sure you run it in cash. And we can get our cash numbers. And then we don't want to see these zeros right here. So where it says show non-zero active accounts, we'll just click non-zeros and that will give us a cleaner profit and loss statement. So notice this is our period right here. So that's what it looks like with a profit and loss in QuickBooks. If you're not using an application like QuickBooks, then you definitely want to maybe go through your bank statements and highlight all your business expenses, all your business income, kind of add them up and put them into categories. If you're just receiving like a 1099 or you're an independent contractor, your business sales is pretty much going to be whatever your 1099 is. So whatever that amount of your 1099 is, that's going to be your sales. Now, if you have additional expenses on top of that, then you want to put them in categories and that'll be your profit and loss statement. If you have no additional sales, I'm sorry. If you have no additional expenses, then cool, you're fine. You would just report the sales, okay? So here's what an example profit and loss looks like. So you see where I have the period pointed out right there. We're running a profit and loss from January to December 2020. So that's what we're doing right now. So now, get ready, because now we're getting started, guys, and we're going to be doing this together. So go to the link in the description. I'm going to put the draft Schedule C's there. We're going to do this together. I'm going to walk you through it. My promise is by the end of this video, you're going to understand how to fill out a basic Schedule C. So let's get started. So you're going to need that profit and loss. Get your profit and loss, however you want to get it, however you want to create it. Get that profit and loss. And then you're also going to want to download Schedule C, which is that link in the description. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump over to the Schedule C. So I'm going to show you guys how you can fill out this beautiful form. So this is what it's going to look like. Now, I always recommend, especially when it comes to the PPP, that you are using the Schedule C that's going to give you a higher net income. So your net income, let's say you don't even have to file Schedule C, but your net income is going to be reported right here on line 31, and I will show you guys how we're going to get to that. Okay, so now let's jump into the Schedule C. So right here where it says name of proprietor, this is where you're gonna put your name. I always recommend that when you're filling out any type of tax document that you type in all caps. It's just easier to read. But yeah, that's kind of like the recommendation and kind of like the industry standard. Okay, the next you're gonna type in your social security number. So we'll type in Zeri's social security number right here. And then your principal business or profession. So if someone were to ask you, hey, what you do? What you do? This is where you're gonna put that at, right? So for Zeri's examples, they sells chicken sandwiches. Sells chicken sandwiches. Now, if you do something like Uber or something like that, you put something like rideshare. So you want to describe what you do. This is pretty much where you put that. It doesn't matter, doesn't make or break it, but yeah, that's what you're gonna want to put right there. Okay. Now for the code, so the activity code. So right here where I'm at B, this is your activity code. So everything that people do or that you do, it has an activity code. And so you can actually find your activity code on my website. So you can go to duketax.online/code. Type in duketaxonline/code, and you should arrive at this screen right here. So this is where you'll type your activity code for. So for Xeri's examples, they do food. So we'll just type in food, see what these codes come up as, and kind of just scroll down. Specialty food store, yeah, so special food services. So that's what we're gonna put for Xeri. So we'll just copy this, then we'll hop back over to Schedule C, and we'll just paste that number right over here, and it should fill that out. So just copy it from the website, paste it, that's your activity code. This is where you put your business name. So if you have a business name, like for example, Zeri's Chicken, we'll put their name there. Now, let's say if you're just a sole proprietorship or you're an independent contractor and you don't necessarily have a business name, well, you just leave it blank because it says right here, leave it blank. So leave it blank, leave it blank. Okay, cool. And then we'll put your business address. So if your business has an address, go ahead and put that address. If it doesn't, just put your home address. Yeah, just put your home address. So 123 Chicken Street, Feather City, Texas 75201. Okay. So here's the accounting method. 99.9% of you guys that are literally watching this video, more than likely you're going to be a cash method. Don't worry about the accrual. Don't worry about the other. If you're on accrual, you should know you're on accrual. Okay. Okay, so we're going to just put here cash. All right, and then did you materially participate? This answer more than likely is going to be yes. Now, if you started your business in 2020, you're going to put this box right here. Now, if you're doing this for 2019 and you started in 2019, you're going to be yes. Pretty much what this form is asking is, have you filed a Schedule C before? How did you file this form before? If you haven't, go ahead and click yes. If you have, leave it blank. So we'll leave it blank for Zeri. So now did you make any payments in 2020 that required you to file Form 1099? Okay, so if you filed a Form 1099, you know you filed a Form 1099. It's kind of a process you have to go to. Typically, you're going to be required to file Form 1099 to anybody that you pay $600 or more throughout the year. So for this case, we'll put no. If you do put yes, you better put yes to this second question as well. So if you put yes right here, you better put yes on the second one because that's a requirement. Okay, so now we're going to jump into the income section of this Schedule C. So this is where you're going to get out your profit and loss, and let's get this thing started. Okay, so the gross receipts for sales. So this is the total income that you have come into your business. Okay, so if we look at Zeri's profit and loss, we see their total sales is $100,000. So we'll put $100,000 right there. No boxes actually to return. Returns and allowances. So if you had to return stuff, more likely you guys didn't. But if you had to return anything, you put it there. And then it says subtract line 2 from line 1. So we have nothing in line 2. And so for line 3, we're just going to put 100 once again. And then cost of goods sold. If you have cost of goods sold, you know you have cost of goods sold. If you're watching this video, more than likely you don't. Typically, you probably write those off as supplies and materials. So if you buy like little things, let's say you have an Etsy shop or something like that, you'll probably be writing that off as materials. And then so it says once again that we have to subtract line 4 for 3. Well, line 4 is blank. So for line 5, we're just gonna put 100,000. That's our gross income. Any other income? No. Okay. If you have any other income, you should probably already put it on line 1. Then add lines 5 and 6. So we're at 100,000. Okay, so this is your gross income. Your gross income. So gross income is different from net profit. This is just off topic really. Gross income really has to do with a lot if you have cost of goods sold, like costs related to your services. Most of you guys don't. So that's your gross income. Your gross income is 100,000, or at least Zeri's gross income is 100,000. So then we're in our expenses. So this is why bookkeeping is super important, because now I can just flip between these two screens and fill out the tax return or Schedule C. So you see Zeri has some advertising and marketing for 10,000. So we'll put 10,000 right here. Then looks like Zeri had some job supplies for 20,000. So right here we would say supplies, line 22, 20,000. And then Zeri had some legal and professional services for $50,000. When I was making this, I meant to put 5,000. My bad. Oh, so it looks like Zeri had some legal and professional for 5. Well, we put 50,000. So this is really, she hired a tax professional. Okay, Zeri hired a tax professional for the year. She got started with bookkeeping. She had a tax professional help in their business. And yeah, it was supposed to be 5,000, not 50. My bad. All right, so we'll just put 50 because we're gonna match the profit and loss statement. Actually, no, we're just gonna put 5 because that's insane. Okay, so we're gonna put 5,000 and we're gonna tell Zeri, hey, does this expense look right? And Zeri's gonna be like, oh, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. It's okay, Zeri. It's okay. All right, so now that we have that, we're gonna add up our total expenses. So we're gonna add 10,000, 10, 1, 2, 3, plus our legal and professional, so plus another 5,000, 1, 2, 3, and then plus an additional 20,000, plus 20, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so our total expenses, and so you'll put the total expenses right here on line 28. Total expenses is gonna be 35,000. 35,000, okay? And then, so this will give us our tentative profit and loss. So to figure this out, we're gonna have to subtract line 28 from line 7. So we'll take line 7, which is 100, 100 minus line 28, which is 35, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Zeri's tentative profit is 65, 1, 2, 3. And then 130 is if you're taking home office deduction. That's a different topic from a different day. All right. So we're gonna skip line 30, and we're just gonna so we're gonna move this line 29 down to line 31. We're gonna put 65. So that's Zeri's net profits right there. This is what you're gonna have to know. Also, when you get to line 32, all your investment is at risk. So everything that you put into the business, are you at risk to lose it all? That's if you yes. More than likely, you guys are gonna be yes on that. And then guys, once you're completed, go ahead and go up to this top where it says print. Go ahead and click print. And then what I would do is take a screenshot. And I'm gonna tell you why I recommend taking a screenshot. Because if you're trying to save it as a PDF, it's gonna have all these like blue lines and does that look like legit? So what I recommend you guys do is to hit print, and now it looks like a legit Schedule C, which it is because you're filing something accurate. Once again, if you're watching this video to get over with the PPP or do some fraudulent stuff, I ain't with it. You can go, you can leave. Make sure you just get off my video because I ain't with that. I'm not here to encourage people to file fraudulent PPPs. Absolutely not. Have some problems. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and hit the print screen. Then go ahead and take a screenshot from corner to corner, like so. And then now we have a Schedule C. So that's what it should look like. What your final total. This is going to be your final product. You have a Schedule C, guys. If this video was super cool and you learned something, you learned how to file a Schedule C, you have the confidence to go out there and apply for the PPP, please give me a like, please give me a subscribe, and I'll continue to make content for you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye, guys.